Hello, North Country, and welcome to Memorial Hall on the campus of Plattsburgh State for Plattsburgh State Cardinal men's basketball. Tonight, the Plattsburgh State Cardinals open their SUNY Conference for the 2001-2002 season against the Potsdam State Bears. Plattsburgh State, coached by Ed Jones, assisted by Rob Roy and Stu Robinson, have a record of 2 wins and 4 losses in the early going, and Potsdam State is at 2 wins and 2 losses. Potsdam State, we want to point out one player. He's right under the basket now, getting the rebound, putting the putback. Brad Manor, graduate of Northern Adirondack Central. He is a freshman at Potsdam State, and he is, as you might imagine, he's towards the end of the bench when it comes to playing time, but we're sure that throughout his career at Potsdam State, he will make a mark, just as he did in the CVAC and in Section 7, playing for our friend Coach John Revedue at Northern Adirondack Central. So Potsdam State comes into this one ready to open the SUNY Conference and look for a win. They are 2-2. They have been led in scoring by Andre Peterson, number 34. Peterson, a 6'3" senior from Monticello, New York, is averaging 21 points a game. For Plattsburgh State, 2-4 in the early going. They won the Plattsburgh State, the Pepsi Cardinal Classic, and then they've had some tough luck in some games after that. But for Plattsburgh State, they've had a balanced attack led by Jordan Ostrander, number 15. And Ostrander is a senior, 6'6", from Burlington, Vermont, also played at Champlain College. He averages 15 points a game. Sean Gorman is averaging 9 points a game. He's number 24. And Sean Gorman, a senior, 6'3", from Watertown, New York, played some ball at Jefferson Community College. Potsdam State is coached by Bill Mitchell, assisted by Mike Kelly, Stan Cohen, and Matt Monette, and he is along the sidelines. Do you see him, Ken Drake on camera? I'm Foxy Gagnon, and there is indeed Matt Monette, assistant coach at Potsdam State, and he earned his stripes. Finished his high school career at Plattsburgh High School playing for Coach Kevin Doherty, and it's great to see local boys make good, and there he is as an assistant coach at Potsdam State, and I'm sure he'll do a great job in his coaching career. We wish Matt the best of luck, and we hope to line him up for a future Fox on the Run interview program with Coach Matt Monette. We're set for basketball, the opening of the SUNY Conference for Plattsburgh State. They meet Potsdam State. Let's play basketball. Plattsburgh State will start number 15, Jordan Ostrander, averaging, coincidentally, 15 points a game, and also in the starting lineup, the point guard, the playmaker, Chris Jura, number 3, number 23, Rashad Tucker, number 41, Sean Gutzman, and number 44, Darren Hubbard, one of the brawlers under the boards. Potsdam State will start number 3, Greg Snyder, number 14, Russ Johnson, who averages 11 a game, number 32, John Guida, averaging 16 a game, number 34, Andre Peterson, averaging 21 a game, and number 35, Dave Cunningham. We are set for the tip-off. So the big men to watch, 34 and 32. 34, Peterson, averaging 21 points a game, and we are ready to play basketball. The opening of the SUNY Conference 2001-2002 season. North Country Cable Network is here at Memorial Hall. I'm Foxy Gagnon along with Ken Drake on camera. Tip-off over to the Cardinals bench. Stu Robinson comes up with the basketball. Do you see that guy over there? Played his college basketball for Bobby Knight at Indiana State. Potsdam basketball, and that means that Snyder will send it in. He gets it to Cunningham, back to Snyder, and Cunningham play catch on the perimeter. Potsdam sets the offense. Potsdam certainly looks like a formidable opponent in the SUNY Conference, and almost a turnover off Jura's leg. As we talked with Coach Ed Jones prior to this season, he predicted that the SUNY Conference will be up for grabs with several teams in the hunt. And inside, and a foul called on Hubbard, and it'll be a basket for Peterson. So Peterson starts this game off the way he has gone all season, finding the bottom of the net. 2-0 Potsdam. Andre Peterson. He is a senior from Monticello, New York. Peterson gets it back and missed the one. Happy to get the two. And Peterson with 4 quick points for Potsdam. Plattsburgh State in an early hole. This is Jura. This is Tucker. Rashad Tucker inside for Ostrander. Dish out to Gutzman. Now Jura, shot clock at 11. Jura calls a play. Ostrander pops out. Shot clock at 6. 3-point try. Missed, and Peterson with the rebound. Bears up the floor. Cunningham gets it to Snyder, and now with the ball is Johnson. Guida gets it to Cunningham. Cunningham looks. 3-point try. Oh, what a way to start the game. Andre Peterson with 7 quick points. He's 3 for 3 coming out of the locker room, and it's 7-0 Potsdam. The Cards need a bucket. Gutzman right in front of the Potsdam bench. Gutzman, beautiful dish to Ostrander, and he cashes in for the Cards, 7-2. 2 minutes into the contest, Berge is here. Guida, guarded by Hubbard. Snyder, and it was knocked away. Steal, Jura. Jura goes end to end, dishes to Tucker. Foul called. Nice local crowd here for this one. Handful of college students as well. Cortland Wood sang the national anthem prior to the game. Did a beautiful job. We mentioned Brad Manor on the roster of the Potsdam Bears. And he has several fans here. They've closed down Ellenberg Center for this game. 2 missed foul shots from Tucker. Tough way to start. Score remains 7-2. Peterson has all 7 of the Potsdam points. Cunningham tries one, well short. It'll be Plattsburgh State ball right in front of the camera. When we head down to the other end, Matt Drown on camera for BSTV. Matt Drown, a buddy of Ken Drake's, and cross-country star or track star at, oh, the jam! Ostrander jams it. He makes a statement right in front of Matt Drown. Matt said, I'll be ready to get those jams right in front of me. We hope he got that one. Drown, of course, the son of Dan and Brenda Drown, our longtime friends. Dan, a Fox Hill boy. 7-4 Potsdam. Peterson doesn't miss. Andre Peterson has all 9 of the Potsdam points. Ostrander pops a 3, base of the rim. Hubbard up high with Guida. Cunningham brings it up the floor for Potsdam. The Bears lead 9-4. Johnson, almost stolen. They get it to Cunningham. He goes baseline, circles it out to Snyder. Snyder looks for a shot. Dishes inside off Guida's hand, and it will be Plattsburgh State ball, down by 5, 16:23 to play in the first. Ken Drake on camera, did we say that? And I'm Foxy Gagnon, and we are happy to be here at Memorial Hall. Muggsy Favreau, the mayor of Katyville, is in the crowd. The Butchinos are here. Bob Boise is here. Mark Rogers is here. There's a good crowd of local fans. Gutzman takes it to the hoop to make it 9-6. The Jabutts are in the crowd, sitting with their daughter Joanne Jabutt. And that's because Joanne is a member of the Potsdam State women's basketball team. Ostrander in the paint, rolls the rim and gets it. Plattsburgh State has come right back. It's 9-8. It was 9-2, 6 unanswered points, and it's 9-8. And that's a charge. Yes, sir. Cunningham on Jura. Jura knows how to draw the charge. He did it there right in front of our cameras. 15:20 to play in this first half. Mark Sudol is here for WBTZ Sports. 10-person crew for PSTV. Here we are with our little camera. A crew of 2 with North Country Cable. Tucker tries to muscle it in. Cunningham with the defense. Wrestling match. 15:09 to play first half. It's Potsdam 9, Plattsburgh State 8. This could be a good one. All around the North Country tonight, the CVA season, girls basketball season kicks off. Guida's gonna, oh, they called the foul. Guida with the push, but the officials called the foul, or called a travel on Ostrander, but we saw the push. Berge says hello to the crowd. Peterson up the floor to Cunningham. They barely got the 10-second. Gutzman on the rebound. Plattsburgh State looks for the lead. Gutzman to the hoop, circles under, and Ostrander on the way in. Oh boy, Ostrander with 8 of the Cardinals' 10. And for Potsdam, Peterson with all 9. 10-9, Plattsburgh State. They fell behind 7-0. Johnson shot, base of the rim. Guida the nice rebound inside. No. Battle on the boards. Knocked away. Bodies fly. Bodies fly. Johnson, a 3-on-1. Guida! Guida gets it at the 14-minute mark. Potsdam up 11-10. Jura through traffic. And the jumper by Bush, who's entered the game. Potsdam up by 1, and they have the ball. Inside Guida. He has 2. No, off the board too hard. Ostrander may pick up a foul. Or on the boards. Yes, Ostrander. Substitution for Plattsburgh State is Sean Gorman. Gorman averaging 9 points. Gorman, a senior from Watertown. One-point Potsdam lead. Jeff Brady in, number 23. This is Guida in and out. Johnson on the boards, knocked away by Gutzman. Right now, Potsdam with some new faces. Guida is 32, Cunningham 35. excuse me. 23 is Jeff Brady, who averages 10 points. Peterson is in, and Kevin Richardson, number 5 for Potsdam. Ostrander on the boards. Plattsburgh State hurries it up the floor. Bush was cut off. Gutzman, no. Rebound Cunningham. Dave Cunningham quickly up the floor. Knocked away. Jura with the ball. Cardinals run. Jura takes the jumper. No. Rebound Guida. Plattsburgh State with Ostrander, Gutzman, Bush, Jura, and Gorman. 11-10 Potsdam. Another substitution. Todd Devlin will enter for Plattsburgh State. He had 8 points in the most recent contest for Plattsburgh State, which was a 75-62 loss at College of St. Joseph. Peterson to the line. He hasn't missed tonight. First trip to the... Oh, no, he has missed a foul shot. He gets this one. I don't think he's missed from the floor. More substitutions. 21 for Plattsburgh is Rob Sims. And Devlin is number 4. Christian Turner getting ready to come in for Potsdam. They'll give Peterson a break after this shot. Peterson goes 2 for 2. Peterson with a jump start to this game with 11 points. 11 of the Potsdam 13. He'll take a breather at the 12:40 mark. Plattsburgh State sets up their discussion with the officials. Not sure what that's about. Timeout on the court. 12:40 to play in the first half. There was a question about the possession arrow, and the possession arrow was returned to Potsdam State. It'll be Plattsburgh ball. We didn't get the officials' names prior to game time. We missed out on that one. But believe me, they are 3 fine officials. Jura, he'll reset the offense. Shot clock at 20. Bush, Devlin, Sims, Jura. Inside to Devlin. They dish to Bush. Doesn't fall. Battle on the boards. And Guido wins that one. And a push called. Sims called for the foul. That will send new man Kurt Larson to, not to the foul line yet, but number 12, Kurt Larson, is in. Quite a few substitutions early on for Potsdam, as well as Plattsburgh, as Andy Ferris enters number 5. Ferris had 15 points in the previous game for Plattsburgh State. And they send Jeff Brady off the floor because he has blood on his knee. So we have a timeout, and Snyder re-enters. Geez, we were off to such a quick start, and then the last couple minutes have dragged on with this and that and one little problem after another. Not that we're in a hurry or anything, but the last time I saw food was early this morning. And that was on my wife's breakfast plate, not mine. Yeah, you kind of get hungry up here top of the bleachers. I wonder if there's some scientific thing that the higher you are in elevation, the hungrier you feel. We're high atop the bleachers, and I'll tell you, Ken and I are starting to get hungry. Plattsburgh State applies the defense. 13-10, Potsdam lead. Peterson with 11 of the 13, and he is not in the game at this point. Guida has the other 2. The follow-away won't go. Everybody with a cold hand for Potsdam except Peterson. Plattsburgh State runs. Bush with the shot. That's in and out. Ferris to the rescue. Sims, three-point range, lets it fly. No. Guida with the rebound. Guida several boards already. The 11-minute mark and a steal for Plattsburgh State. Ferris goes through traffic, almost did a swan dive, and a hold called on Potsdam on the drive. Matt Manette working the bench. He sits right at the high end of the bench for the coaching staff of Potsdam State. Matt Manette. Oh my. Great to see him in a college coaching uniform. 10:54 to play in the first half. Things got off to a nice start, but the offenses for both teams have bogged down. Devlin inside, he loses the handle. It'll be Plattsburgh State ball under their own basket. Crowd getting restless. Maybe the crowd's getting hungry. Ferris. Nice defense on him by Richardson. Sims brings it into traffic. Tip. Ostrander on the inside. Good hard work, and Ostrander has 10. 10 of the 12 for Plattsburgh State. Cards down by 1. Coach Jones works the sidelines. Richardson inside, tipped away Ostrander. Peterson wants it back, works for the shot, won't go. And Bush on the boards. Nice job, Kurt Bush. Gets it to Sims. Almost stolen, tipped away by Kurt Larson.
And number 3,
2 substitutions for Plattsburgh. They now have Gutzman, Jura, Bush, Ostrander, and Gorman. The 5 in the Cardinal colors. Gorman's three-pointer well short. And Drown got tired on camera already. He's been replaced. What do you think of that, Ken? He's been replaced. My goodness, what if he had Ken Drake's job? This is Ken's second game in the last couple hours.
Amateur.
Yeah. He's going to have to toughen up if he's going to work in this communications industry. He might be able to run, but I got a feeling he's got weak arms. Strong leg, weak arms holding that camera. 3-on-1, Plattsburgh State. Jura behind the back. Oh, a charge will be called. Jura with the pretty ball handling, but the defense there on the other side by Greg Snyder. Snyder drew the charge. Mark Sudol settling in. He has removed the jacket. He means business now. He's taken the jacket off. And he shoulders the big camera. Now, if I had to have a big camera like that on my shoulder, I would never do that to my buddy Ken Drake. But Mark Sudol shoulders that big camera. No wonder lifting all that. You have to take a break and get the jacket off. And there's still a little delay on the court because now the official's whistle broke. And he fixes the P in the whistle. And then a last second substitution. And a last second substitution. Oh my, now. 22 is BJ Gujar, and he enters the game. He and Jura, along with Ostrander, Hubbard, and Gutzman. Cunningham with the ball for Potsdam. This is Peterson, the man to watch. Now Cunningham. Peterson resets. Johnson. And around the horn we go. Peterson's foul line jumper is in. Peterson, quite a player. Now with 13 of the Potsdam 15. Nobody's stopping Peterson. He averages 21. He's more than halfway there in the first 11 minutes of the game. What a spin move, but a shot that you might want back, but great hard effort. Good work, Sean Gutzman. He earned those 2 points. It's 15 to 14. 15 to 14. And Gutzman on the run. Gutzman off balance shot is good. Gutzman with a 6-pack of points, and Plattsburgh State has taken the lead 16 to 15. Their first lead of the game, but Gutzman comes up limping. Gutzman needs a replacement. He's limping on one leg. In the meantime, Peterson regains the lead. Somebody guard Peterson. 17-16. Potsdam 17, Plattsburgh State 16. Gutzman in trouble. He stays on the floor, but he's limping. And a timeout called by a 30-second timeout called by Plattsburgh State. With 7:36 to play in the first half, the North Country Cable Network scoreboard says Potsdam State 17, Plattsburgh State 16. Inside to Ostrander, and they double teamed him. Ostrander fouled. This one will go against Turner. Ostrander to the line for a couple. He has 10 of the Cardinals 16. In fact, Ostrander with 10, Gutzman with the other 6. Jeremy Agor is the sports information director at Plattsburgh State. He's a graduate of Northeastern Clinton Central. Plattsburgh State back up by 1, 18 to 17. Cunningham down the floor, a little bump by Jura, got away with it, tipped away by Gujar. It'll be Potsdam ball under their own basket. Brady will bring it in, he of the bandaged knee. Cunningham left alone to shoot. 3-point try by Brady, no. Peterson muscling in, no. The tip, no. Peterson wrestled to the floor. They're going to do everything they can. Gujar kind of smiling about that one because he about wrestled Peterson to the floor on that one. And the coach being given a little message by an official to just be calm and relax. We'll take care of the action. So, Coach Mitchell cautioned. Peterson misses the foul shot, and it looks like if you're going to stop Peterson from scoring, you might definitely foul him a lot and send him to make him earn him the hard way. He makes 1 of 2 there. He's 3 of 5 in the contest, and he has 16 of the Potsdam 18. We're tied at 18. Ostrander guarded by Peterson, tipped by Peterson. It'll be Plattsburgh State ball. 6:49 to play in the first half. Ken Drake has the Zoom lens cooking. I'm Foxy Gagnon. North Country Cable Network happy to be here for the opening of the SUNY Conference for Potsdam and Plattsburgh State at Memorial Hall on the campus of Plattsburgh State. Jura with the steal right out of the hands of Peterson. Jura goes end to end, ends up on his head. I wonder if that Plattsburgh State Cardinal kick line is here tonight. I wonder if the kick line is going to have a little halftime show. I'm supposed to give Ken a break on camera. Maybe I'll have to take the camera, Ken, at halftime. I'll have that zoom lens cooking, Ken, don't worry. Peterson checks out of the game. Smiles appear on the faces of the Cardinals. Tied at 18. 6.5 to play in the first half. Only 2 Cardinals have scored. Only 2 Bears have scored. Oh, basketball's a funny game. Jura looks. Johnson steps up. Jura tosses it for Ostrander. Ferris, off-balance shot, might have been blocked by Brady, and now the Bears are up the floor. We're tied at 18. Johnson brings it in, double clutches. Nice basket by Russ Johnson. Johnson averages 11. That's his first points of the game. Potsdam by 2. Guger back to Jura. Hubbard. Guger. And now Ferris. Ferris looks for the shot. Nice dish to Ostrander. He gets it. Ostrander close to the hoop. And we are tied at 20 with 5:25 to play in the first half. Johnson guarded by Guger. Cunningham. Dishes in the paint, knocked around, and a 2-on-2. Ferris on the run. Nice dribble by Ferris, but he missed the shot. 20 to 20 with 5 minutes to play in the first half. Long shot off the mark by Brady, but tipped off the hands. It'll be Potsdam ball under their own bucket. And a limping Sean Gutzman re-enters. Gutzman with 6 and Ostrander with 14. That's the Cardinal 20. The Potsdam 20 is 16 by Peterson, 2 by Guida, 2 by Johnson. Discussions all over the place. Not sure, like they're posing for a picture here. I'm not sure what they're waiting for. They were looking for Peterson. Johnson gets it instead. I think Hubbard there defensively. Peterson. Ostrander guards him. Peterson looks, shot clock at 7. Richardson spins, can't get the shot off. Johnson, they're going to miss it to the buzzer. They just get it off, and Ostrander there for Plattsburgh. Cardinals up the floor, Rashad Tucker. Tucker guarded by Cunningham. JJ, oh, what a tip in! Tucker gets into the action. Tucker high on the boards for the tip in. Plattsburgh State by 2. J.J. Gordon working the defense on Peterson. Gordon dishes to Ostrander. To Tucker. Just wouldn't fall. The Cardinal fans wanted that one to drop. Just under 4 minutes to play in the quick first half. Plattsburgh State 22, Potsdam 20. This is shaping up like a heavyweight fight. Tucker misses that one. Ken, I'm not saying I'm real hungry, but Bergie's starting to look mighty tasty. I'm telling you. And they don't allow food in the gymnasium. I know you got to have your rules, but I'm getting weak up here. Tucker misses a couple of foul shot opportunities. He's 0 for 4. 22-20 Plattsburgh State. Coach Jones confers with assistant coach Rob Roy. Tipped around inside, it'll be Potsdam ball. Coach Mitchell yells out, just make the pass, stop forcing it. Richardson to the hoop. Too much on it. Peterson lost the rebound. Plattsburgh State ball. Cards by 2. 3:37 remaining, and we have a timeout. It's Plattsburgh State 22 and Potsdam State 20. Jura works the offense. Gorman, good pass to Gutzman. Whistle. Basket good. Gutzman with 8. Sean Gutzman in the early going. Let's see where he's been. He has averaged 8.5 points a game in the early going, so he's about there. 24-20. Plattsburgh State missing foul shots. 2 for 7 from the foul line are the Cardinals. 3:15 to play. 24-20 Plattsburgh State. Cunningham brings it around, gets it to Richardson. Richardson still looks, gets it back to Cunningham. Good defense, Plattsburgh State. Once again, the shot clock winding down. Cunningham pops it in. Cunningham's first basket, 24-22. Plattsburgh State with the ball, inside. Gorman works hard. He might have been hitting the head. Nice pass, long distance. They put the pressure on Peterson as he went for the shot, and Peterson will go to the foul line. No question about it. The idea is to foul Peterson if he's going to have a shot attempt. Make him sink it twice for 2 points instead of sinking it once for 2 points, and he misses there. Hubbard in and Ostrander out. Ostrander with 14 in the first half. (24-23) as Peterson hits the second of 2 foul shots. Gutzman looks, brings it across traffic, and pops a 3. And what's up? They'll give a warning to Gutzman. Gutzman, I believe, made a gesture at the Potsdam bench, but it looked like they gave some kind of warning to the Potsdam bench as well. And I heard Coach Mitchell yell to his players, don't say a word. 27-23, Plattsburgh over Potsdam. A real North Country rivalry when these two teams match up. The 2-minute mark of the first half. Inside, a lot of traffic, foul called. 2:01 on the first half clock, and a 27-23 Plattsburgh State lead. You might get a kick out of our halftime show if you stick with us, as Johnson misses that one. Not the best foul shooting by these teams. Jura, Bush, Gutzman. The ankle must be fine. Jura moves and grooves. Nice one. Jura with his first basket. 29-23. A minute and a half to play. Plattsburgh State by a 6-pack. That's their biggest lead. We were tied at 20. So it's a 9-3 run for Plattsburgh State. Shot clock at 12, and 3 from Snyder. 29-26, a minute 11. Gutzman, 3! Oh, it was all Ostrander in the first 10 minutes. It's Gutzman in the second 10 minutes. 50 seconds, 32-26, Plattsburgh State. Cunningham, no, front of the rim. Hubbard tipped around, Gutzman there. It'll be Potsdam ball. Steve Willett covering the game for Press Republican Sports, and Potsdam wants a short timeout. 39.9 seconds to play in the first half. North Country Cable Network scoreboard says it now. Plattsburgh State 32, Potsdam State 26. We'll get a routine by the Plattsburgh State Cardinal cheerleaders in the second half. Inside, and Peterson lost the handle. 33 seconds, and Gordon gives it to Gutzman to set the offense. Clock ticking, 24 seconds. Shot clock is off. Plattsburgh State by a 6-pack, and they'll play for the final shot. They spread the offense, push to the left, Gutzman to the right, Gorman and Hubbard down low. Bergey's going to block our camera a little bit through the crowd. Bergey standing in our way. Hey, Bergey. Hubbard makes the shot. Bergey got the headlines. Hubbard made the shot. Bergey's head was in the way. All right. Good play by the offense to close the first half, and the halftime score is Plattsburgh State 34 and Potsdam State 26. And now the Plattsburgh State kick line with halftime entertainment. The Plattsburgh State Cardinal kick line. 34 Plattsburgh State points in the first half, led by Gutzman with 14, Ostrander with 14, 2 apiece for Hubbard, Tucker, and Jura. Potsdam opens the second half, steal by Gutzman, race for the ball, Gutzman all the way and drops it in. Plattsburgh State by 10. Potsdam with 26, 17 of those by Robertson, 3 by Snyder, 2 by Johnson, Guida, and Cunningham, all 2 apiece. Snyder in and out. Peterson on the boards too. Peterson, a big man, from the foul line in, and he has 19. It's 36-28. Second half action. Potsdam jumped out 7-0. Plattsburgh came back. Plattsburgh took the lead. Close midway through the first half. Hubbard with the defense as they try to go inside to Guida. Plattsburgh State with a good rush to close out the first half to take an 8-point halftime lead. Both teams with a bucket in the second half. Snyder, Cunningham, Guida, Johnson, and Peterson, the starting 5 for Potsdam, and Tucker with the steal. 38-28. A minute and a half into the second half. Peterson takes it to the hoop, tried to dish underhanded, and Gutzman picks up the foul.
Plattsburgh foul number 41, John Gutzman, his second.
Jaja Cabalet, graduate of Plattsburgh High School, great athlete at Plattsburgh High School for the Hornets, is at the official stable. Peterson starts off the second half the way he started the game with points, 38-30. Jura sets the offense. This is Gutzman, guarded by Johnson. Spin move, Gutzman to the hoop, pretty play. Sean Gutzman, impressive. He has 18 in the game, 40-30. Gutzman into this game averaging 6 points a game, so a big contest for him already. Shot clock winding down to 5. Oh, tough break. Tough break for Plattsburgh State. The shot clock did wind down. We're going to reset the shot clock to 1 second. Potsdam ball. As it wound down, it was tipped out of bounds by Plattsburgh State, but the shot clock at 1. Game clock at 17:27, no problem there, and it's 40-30. Plattsburgh State lead. And there's the buzzer. So the 35-second violation, the shot clock violation, it'll be Plattsburgh State ball. No pressure applied by the Potsdam defense. Tucker dishes to Jura to run the offense. Gutzman now has it. Hubbard high post, Ostrander down low. Gutzman pops out from underneath, across the floor to Tucker. Tucker, three! Tucker with the third Plattsburgh 3 of the game. Gutzman had a couple of them in the first half. 43-30, Plattsburgh creeping away. Potsdam 2-2 overall. Plattsburgh State 2-4 overall. But the first game for both in the SUNY Conference. Oh, good opportunity for Hubbard, but he tried to one-hand it, and it didn't work. And that's a 5-point turnaround because a missed easy one by Plattsburgh, and then Snyder comes down and hits the 3 to make it 43-33. Nice dish to Ostrander, it'll count. Gutzman to Ostrander, pretty play. Ostrander with 16. And Ostrander makes it a 3-point play. 46-33 is the score. Plattsburgh State by a baker's dozen. Cunningham, closely guarded by Jura. Richardson, pretty pass to Guida. Guida averaging 16 with just his third and fourth points of the game. Plattsburgh by 11. 4.5 minutes into the second half. Gutzman, what a game he's having. Ostrander dishes to Jura. It was tipped. Hubbard to Gutzman. Shot clock at 11 as Gutzman missed that one. Richardson, a 2-on-2, but he'll hold things up for the rest of his offense. Cunningham there. Goes baseline. Reverse lay-in is good. Cunningham and Plattsburgh State wants a timeout. Coach Jones decides it's time to talk it over. And Potsdam State has cut it to 9, 46-37. And here's a look at the Plattsburgh State Cardinal cheerleaders, including Jamie Keeble, graduate of Plattsburgh High School. Beat Those Bears. That title of that cheer was Beat Those Bears. Ken Drake on camera having a whale of a time. I'm Foxy Gagnon. We are North Country Cable Network on Charter Communications Channel 15. Full slate of high school basketball, both boys and girls, and intermittently we'll make it over to Memorial Hall for college basketball. Throw in a women's hockey game. Heck, who knows? There might be a night off when the campus is closed. Whoa, Jura to the hoop. If we can get a night off where during the winter break when PSTV isn't doing Cardinal men's hockey, maybe we'll jump in for one of those games. That would be fun. Could have the Battle of the Drakes on play-by-play. Richardson hits the 3. 48-40, in case you were wondering. Nice putback, Gutzman. What a game. I don't know what his career high is, but he's at 20 right now. Gutzman with 20. Ostrander with 17. 50-40. Snyder guarded by Tucker. Oh, they set up Richardson for the 3. That's offline, and Hubbard chases it down. Cardinals run. Potsdam gets back. 13:40 to play in the contest. Plattsburgh by 10. Gutzman, oh my goodness. Sean Gutzman doing it all. That's one of those nights, get the ball to Gutzman. And Potsdam hasn't been able to get it to Peterson enough. Hubbard works Peterson. Hubbard works Peterson. Baseline. Oh, that'll be a block on Tucker as Cunningham made the move. And Larry Converse is here tonight getting set for his Seton Catholic Central School varsity basketball season. We wish him good luck. The Knights hope they have a great season. And John Rebidoux is here, of course, from Northern Adirondack Central, watching Brad Manor. We hope Manor gets a few minutes of play anyway, but he's played in only one or two of the first 4 games. I think, let's see what it says for Brad thus far this season. He's played in just one of the first 4 games, and he got in for 2 minutes. He has not taken a collegiate shot yet. We'd like to get his first collegiate shot on our cameras. Long distance by Ostrander, no, and Guida with the rebound to Richardson. Richardson wants to run the floor. Tipped around, Jura tipped it, and Ferris came up with it. Ostrander on the run, and he'll take the 2. Gutzman and Ostrander, big nights. 22 for Gutzman and 19 for Ostrander. 54-40, biggest lead of the game for Plattsburgh State. Cunningham through traffic, missed the shot. Ferris with the rebound. They double team him. They gang up on Ferris and pick his pocket. Cunningham to the hoop for 2. Gutzman, 6'2", 180 from Brooklyn, is just a sophomore. Ostrander, the senior, 2 more. Unstoppable. Work on Ostrander. Gutzman scores. Work on Gutzman. Ostrander scores. They tip it away from Peterson. And the 10-second call. Couldn't bring it up the floor.
To give this guy a thing.
Coach Mitchell has not been happy with the officiating tonight. As I said early in the game, we don't have the names of those officials, but they are 3 fine officials. Ostrander on the inside, too hard off the glass, and the board's cleared nicely by Turner. This is Larson, back to Turner. Richardson. Richardson, top of the key jumper, no. But Larson gets it back for the Bears. He'll take the jumper, no. Guger for Plattsburgh. Jura nearing the midway mark of the second half. 56-42, Plattsburgh State. Plattsburgh looking for win number 1 in the SUNY Conference. Count it! Ostrander, 9 second half points, 14 first half points. What a game. New man in is John Snyder, replacing Richardson for the Bears. Who else is here? Of course, Larry Cowan is here. Basketball official Randy Lozier is here. Matt Berry is here tonight. Matt Berry will be coaching Beekmantown Central School, assisted by Dan Munson, the all-time scorer in boys basketball in the CVAC. He will be the assistant coach at Beekmantown boys varsity. Through traffic was Larson, not stopped by anyone. 44 points on the board for Potsdam. Plattsburgh with 59. Second half score, Plattsburgh State 25 and Potsdam 18. Gujer will bring it in, gets it to Jura. Other three are Gorman, Ostrander, and Ferris. Ferris. Andy Ferris' first bucket of the night. He had 15 in the previous game. Under the 10-minute mark, and Plattsburgh State by 18. Gujer to the hoop. Gujer behind the back pass. Pretty one. Pretty one. Gujer to Gorman, and Gorman's in the scoring column. Plattsburgh State playing pretty basketball. Inside, Gujer will get the foul. Basket will be good by Snyder. New man on the floor. 64-46. 9:26 to play. Who else is here? The Carinos are here. We saw Joel Butchino come in, and Boise and Roulette from Seton Catholic. 3-point play for Snyder, and we have a substitution. Plattsburgh's J.J. Gordon in, and Chris Jura out. And it looks like Todd Devlin will be next for Plattsburgh State. Gujer, foul called. And Gary Butler is here. And Bob Wallett. And the Neverets are here. And of course, Mitch and Nancy Manette to watch their son, Matt Momanette, the assistant coach at Potsdam State. The Manettes are here. 9:10 to play in the contest. Plattsburgh State just has to hold on, burn some time, and maintain that 17-point lead. They are in the driver's seat at this point. Shot clock winding down to 13, tipped around, and it'll be Plattsburgh State ball under their own basket. B.J. Gujer looks and gets it to Ferris, closely guarded by Snyder. Ferris keeps the dribble low, through traffic, dishes out to Gujer. Shot clock at 1, missed everything, it'll be Potsdam ball. The shot violation there. Right now, the two big scorers for Plattsburgh State are on the bench. That would be Gutzman and Ostrander, and Coach Jones says, yeah, but not for long, Foxy. And he sends Gutzman right into the game. Then we saw Amber Musso here tonight watching basketball. Long distance from Snyder, no. Rebound Turner. Turner works his way in, no, but a foul called. That may go on Gorman. Well, in case you were wondering, we didn't find any food to eat at halftime. Now, if this game were closer, it'd be a bucket of wings night. But I think I'm going to settle for the Chinese food after this one. In and out on the foul shot for Turner. Ostrander and Gutzman both on the floor again. Bush, Gordon, and Hubbard join them. One more shot for Turner. Violation by Snyder, and that will negate the shot. Plattsburgh looks to get it in. They finally get it to Gordon. He's double teamed. Ostrander up the floor. He gets it to Gutzman. And almost thrown away. Indeed thrown away. And a foul called for a trip. Turner called for a foul. Coach Jones directing traffic in front of that bench. He can be fiery at times. He wants a substitution. Good thing there's 3 officials for college basketball sometimes, just to keep an eye on the action. Of course, Mr. Basketball in the North Country, Bob Daly, is in the building. Tim Copeland is here, part of the coaching staff from Northern Adirondack. He's here to watch basketball. Ostrander with the jumper off the base of the rim. Larson down the floor. Snyder to the hoop, finds Peterson. That's good. Peterson has been slowed down in his scoring, but not stopped. I think Plattsburgh's making it hard to get the ball to Peterson. Came in averaging 21, and he now has 23 in the game. Peterson will try to make it a 3-point play. It's 64-49, and an inadvertent horn. You can't blow the horn at that point because Peterson was in possession at the basketball for the shot. So that was an inadvertent horn at the scorer's table. Peterson gets the ball back. Peterson has 24 points in the game. 64-50, so the lead, wasn't it up to 20? It's 64-50, maybe it wasn't up to 20. Tucker, Gutzman, Ostrander, you know them. Oh my goodness! And that summarizes that shot. Oh my goodness. Inside to Peterson. Peterson comes right back. A shootout, and with 7:26 to play, Potsdam calls for the timeout. They trail Plattsburgh State 66-52. Get a shot of Coach Ed Jones, please. Get a nice close-up of Coach Ed Jones. Does he work up a sweat during the game? He needs to shower along with the boys after one of these basketball games. Tucker to the hoop, knocked away, and on the run are the Bears. The Bears trying to cut into the lead. Oh, Peterson. 66-54, 7 minutes, time for the Bears to come back. Plattsburgh gets sloppy. Turnover, Bear ball, 66-54. We'll watch the clock. 6:45 to play. The Bears hit a couple threes, look out. Guida takes it to the hoop, fouled, it's in. They cut into the lead further. Guida, 16-point average, just his 6th point tonight. Plattsburgh State has been able to shut down Guida, if not Peterson. And Plattsburgh State will go to the playbook. They take a timeout. 6:35 to play. The North Country Cable Network scoreboard says Plattsburgh State 66 and Potsdam State 54. The Cardinals' 20-point lead has been halved to 10 and stays there. The rebound, Sims on the Guida miss. 66-56 with 6:20 to play, and another Plattsburgh turnover. Plattsburgh not taking care of the basketball. Coach Jones not happy about it. Off the base of the rim on the Brady try. And we'll have a foul, this one on Snyder. Let's see, neither team in the bonus yet, but they're getting close. They're close. Plattsburgh has Gutzman, Sims, Jura, Ostrander, and Hubbard. Hubbard for Muscle on the boards. Gutzman and Ostrander have been scoring machines tonight. Jura has run the offense effectively. Sims inside to Gutzman. Gutzman pulls it out. Plenty of time on the shot clock, and Gutzman resets. Now it's Jura, guarded by Larson. Shot clock at 12, and out of Gutzman's hands. Plattsburgh State 3 times in a row not taking care of the basketball. Richardson in and Brady out for the Bears. In case you missed it earlier, Matt Molmanette on the bench of Potsdam State as an assistant coach. Jura will be called for the block. Oh, offensive call. Jura draws the charge. Plattsburgh ball. Up by 10, 5:41 to play. So the lead has remained 10, but the Cardinals have burned at least a minute off the clock. Gutzman and then dishes to Ostrander. They have teamed up nicely in this one. Plattsburgh by a dozen. Block called. Gutzman with the block. Ken Drake on camera. He must be tired. We'll recap the scoring and head for a restaurant. Tipped around, Peterson gets it for Potsdam. Potsdam hanging right there. Snyder to Richardson. 5:05 to play in the game. Shot clock, plenty of time still. Guida, no. And Gutzman for Plattsburgh State. Let's see if they take care of the ball. Under the 5-minute mark, 68-56, Plattsburgh. Ostrander, 3, in and out. Guida with the rebound. Score remains Plattsburgh by 12. Guida on the run scores. Timeout called Potsdam State. Guida with 8 in the game. 4:31 to play in this one. And it's Plattsburgh 68, Potsdam 58. Jura up the floor. It's a race. Hubbard pulls it out. Gutzman steps up. They leave him alone. Short on the 3. Rolls the rim. Guida there. Guida, plenty of boards for Potsdam. And Greg Snyder back in. He has a couple of 3-pointers tonight. Richardson, no on the 3. Bodies fly. That might go against Richardson for jumping in. If so, we'll march to the floor for a foul shot. Rashad Tucker at the foul line. Good on the first. 8 points on the night for him. Now 9, and Plattsburgh back up by a dozen with 4 to play. Potsdam needs some quick points. First SUNY conference game for both teams. Inside Muscle, no, and on the boards, Peterson, yes. Peterson just clears out space for himself under the boards. 3.5 to to play, 70-60. Potsdam needs to step up their defensive pressure. Charge called on Gutzman as Peterson takes a landing. Now, Potsdam can cut it under 10. Plattsburgh led by 20 early in the second half. They led by just 8 at halftime, but they built up a lead to open the second half. Built it up to 20. Held a 14 to 20 point lead through much of the second half, but it melted to 10, and it's 70-60 with 3:05 to play. 3-point try blocked by Gorman. Gorman. Nice dish to Ostrander. He had a double clutch and into press roll. Plattsburgh ball. .251 to play. Richardson in and Brady out for Potsdam. 10-point Cardinal lead. Plattsburgh wants to take the first place spot in the SUNY Conference. Nice way to open the season. .70 points is right around their average on the season. They've been averaging about 70 points per game. So the offense has done its job. Foul called on Potsdam as Jura lands hard under the basket. 2:23 remaining in the fourth. And I should say in the second half, not in the fourth quarter. 71-60 on the Jura basket. And 72-60, back to a dozen. Kicked around, Potsdam regains the possession, but the clock is against them. 2:07 as Snyder pops a missed three. Jura tips it, Jura on the run, and he'll pull the ball out. Good play there, that's why he's the floor general. And Plattsburgh coach Jones says move the ball. Just move the ball. Tipped around, chase down Tucker, shot clock still at 15, plenty of time. Game clock at 1:40. Plattsburgh by 12. And they'll just ice it from Potsdam. Tucker shoots and scores. A minute 22. Larson in traffic gets two. And timeout called. Inbounds play, and a foul right in front of us. Tucker with 9 second half points and 11 in the game. Tucker hits 1 of 2, 12 points in the game. The final minute, 10 seconds. Long distance from Brady, 3! Jeff Brady hits the 3. 75-65, the final minute of the game. And they wrestle Tucker, foul called. Tucker right back to the line. He misses the first of 2, as he did just a moment ago. See if he can hit the second of 2. He hits the second of two. Brady, fresh off a three-pointer, tries to set himself up for another. Wide open is Snyder this side. And a rebound Ostrander. Dishes to Jura and a quick foul. Potsdam fouls. Chris Jura hits one. He's now 3 for 3 from the foul line. .42 seconds remaining. Plattsburgh State will go 1-0 in the SUNY Conference with a win. Tucker with a beautiful block on the Larson shot. Knocks it out of bounds with 35.4 seconds. Coach Ed Jones happy about this contest. The team was offense, scored 77. Almost half the points for Potsdam scored by Peterson. 33 seconds. That'll count as a pass, and Guido was fouled under the basket. You don't want to bother fouling at this point. 2 shots for Guido. He's 1 point away from double figures tonight. Again, they buzzed it at the wrong time. Richardson in and Snyder out. 77-67. And another foul, and we'll march up the floor. Ostrander misses his first. Gutzman fouled out previously, just a few seconds ago. He retires with 24 points in the contest. .68-67, the final 20 seconds. Good block by Tucker. Richardson missed shot. Peterson underneath, shoots and misses. Ostrander on the boards, and they're tied up. It'll be arrow to Plattsburgh with 11.8 seconds. Plattsburgh ball. Guger will send it in. Tucker, and they foul him. Rashad Tucker back to the foul line. Nets that one. He's had a nice second half. We're going to recap the scoring in record time. 9.9 seconds on the game clock. And that wraps up this one. First contest in the SUNY. Oh, Jura made a pretty one at 2 seconds after the buzzer ended. Final score, Plattsburgh State 80 and Potsdam 67. Scoring, Greg Snyder with 6 for Potsdam, Richardson 3, Larson 4, Russ Johnson 2, 3 for Brady, 6 for Cunningham, 3 for Snyder, 10 for Guida, and 30 for Andre Peterson to lead all scoring. For Plattsburgh State, 7 for Jura, Ferris with 3, 2 for Gorman, 2 for Hubbard, 15 for Rashad Tucker, 13 of those in the second half, 24 for Gutzman, and 27 for Jordan Ostrander, the senior. And a big win. Congratulations to Coach Ed Jones and his staff. Final score, Plattsburgh State 80 and Potsdam State 67. Takes the Ken Drake on camera. This is Foxy Gagnon on behalf of everyone at North Country Cable Network saying good night, North Country.